Hello, my name is Rachel Sanborn, and I am a kindergarten teacher at Nat Forest. I have been teaching virtually since September, and today we are going to discuss looking more deeply into tools that can be used virtually that also work with Canvas and Clever. The why is because there have been requests wondering about what other tools are compatible with virtual teaching and Canvas, and this video is going to explain some of those tools more in depth that can be used in virtual teaching, and they can also be linked to Canvas. The first tool that I want to show you is integrating PowerPoints into Canvas. A lot of us at the beginning of the year were really into the Bitmoji craze, and I want to show you today that, excitingly enough, we can insert a PowerPoint, a Google slide, right into Canvas. I want to show you what that looks like as a finished product first. So here is a version of a Google slide that is embedded within Canvas. It is just a regular Google slide presentation, but it's embedded right into Canvas, so students, instead of clicking on a link that takes them to a new tab, they can just access the entire presentation right here inside of Canvas. This helps especially with kindergarteners and young learners who might find it challenging switching back and forth to tabs at the top of their screen. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to embed a slide now. We're going to go to a fake course so that we can practice in it. So let's go to an assignment. And you can embed a PowerPoint into an assignment, into a page, into your home page, and you do that the same way for all of them. So we're going to go ahead and click Edit. And then we need to go, once we're in our edit, we're going to leave this tab up, and then we're going to just come over to whatever presentation, whatever Google slide that you want to put into Canvas, that you want to put in Canvas. Once you are at the slide that you want to put in, or the presentation that you want to put in, you're going to click File, and then click Publish to the Web. And there's going to be a button here that says Publish, and you're going to click that Publish button. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to publish it? And you're going to click OK. And then you're going to see, it says right here, press Control-C to copy. So we're actually not going to copy the link, because that's how you would normally send it to someone. Like if you want to send it an email or you want to share it with someone, you would send them the link. But we actually want to embed it inside of Canvas. So we're going to click this word that says embed up here. And we're going to copy all of this, Control-C after we highlight it. And then we're going to come back over to Canvas. And we'll click Insert. We'll click Link. Oh, sorry, not Link. We'll click Insert. We'll click Embed. And then Control-V to paste. And then click Submit. And there it is. Make sure that you click Save at the end so that all of your edits don't disappear. So now when students open up this assignment, they'll be able to see this presentation here, and they can still click through it and they can use these buttons down here to go next and forward. Forward and backward. And now they can access this PowerPoint without having to even leave Canvas. So that is the first tool that I want to show you that integrates really awesome with Canvas and with a virtual learning. The next resource I want to show you is Whiteboard.fi. A lot of teachers wonder about how they can have their students create something while watching them create it. And whiteboard.fi is one way to do that. And it's something that you will get a link to. I'll show you right now and we can do it together. We could click new class and then make a name. Let's say kindergarten. And then click create new class. It'll give you this link and you're going to just copy this link, and this is the link you're going to give to students. And there's multiple ways to do that. One way you can give this link to students is by in your assignment, we can click edit again, and we can post the link into Canvas. So we could say like whiteboard link, and then we could highlight that, click insert, and then external links, Control V, and link it right there. So now when we save it, we can tell students to scroll down and to click the whiteboard link, and that will take them to the whiteboard for class. And what this link is, what this whiteboard is, it's just basically an online whiteboard. So students, when they join, then they will be able to draw on the screen. They'll see a screen like this, and they'll be able to draw on it. And it will give you a live update right now that there's nobody in the class, because I'm just doing this as a teacher. But when you give students the link and they log on, you'll see all their screens update down here. And then when they go to draw on their screen, it's going to show up in a little box here, and you'll be able to see everyone's. And then you can like highlight one of theirs and show that to all the students, or you can just monitor theirs. You can push things out to their whiteboards. Like, let's say you want them to all do a problem that says, let's see, so we have to click our pin. Let's say you want them to all solve this problem. So then you can just click push, and it'll push 5 plus 3 equals, it'll push this exact picture to all of the students' whiteboards, and you'll see it update down here. And then they can go ahead and answer it without having to like keep forgetting what they're supposed to be answering. So whiteboard.fi is a great tool that you can embed, you can link to Canvas, and you can also send them that in the Zoom chat. Another resource that I want to show you is Boom Cards. And Boom Cards is something that is really engaging to students. It's basically like interactive flashcards. And whenever we hear flashcards, we always think like, oh, flashcards. But these flashcards, they are amazing. They are not normal flashcards. I'll give you a sneak peek of one of them. So if we look at this one, the students answer the question, and if they get the question wrong, it'll give them a whoops, and if they get the question right, it'll give them a ding. And for this one, they as they answer questions, it reveals a hidden picture. Not all of them are like this, but there are some pretty fun and unique ones. There's a bunch of free Boom Cards that other teachers have made and posted online for phonics and for math and for reading, and they are pretty neat. And so this can be used right with Canvas as well, that same way that we used whiteboard.fi. We can copy this link for students, copy this link down here, go back to our Canvas, click Edit, and we can type play the Boom Cards here. And then we're going to link it the same way. Maybe we make this bigger so that we make sure that they don't miss it. always click Save. And then when they log on, they can click and it will take them to the student version of the Boom Cards, which is pretty awesome. Boom Cards, there also is a paid version that you can find, and it will track what students are completing what assignments, and it'll show you how they're doing on them. So the free version doesn't let you track students, but the students still love it, and it's still a great engagement piece. The next resource I want to show you is called AutoDraw. And with virtual learning, there's always times and places that we're looking to engage our students more. And AutoDraw can be something that is really fun. It's kind of like the whiteboard again, like Whiteboard-Fi. However, it takes it to a whole new level because you can draw on your screen, and at the very top, it'll ask you what you were trying to draw. And this can be a really fun game for kids. And so like, let's say I was trying to draw a fish, then I can click the fish and it'll give me a fish. And this is something that can be turned into a really fun game for students. So this can be linked the same way, copying the link and send it into Zoom, or link it right here, just like we did the Boom Cards and the whiteboard link. The next tool that I want to show you is Jamboards, and Jamboard is another tool that can be used with virtual learning. In my class, we've used it sometimes for academics, and we also have this one Jamboard that students can continue coming back to that's just for fun. So at the end of the day, sometimes I'll send this link to them and they can leave a message to people and say goodbye. So these are all pages that my students have decorated themselves. And they've typed things on here and created their own creations. One student uploaded their picture from art class to show other students. And this is a great resource because it lets students see each other's posts. It lets students see what they draw and what they add, whereas Whiteboard.fi allows just the teacher to see what other kids are drawing. So this is more like a collaborative tool that the whole class continuously adds to, and they have a lot of fun with it. So this can be linked the same way. It can be sent through Zoom, or it can be linked right here into Canvas. So Canvas works so great as like a homepage for all these different resources that students would use. The last thing that I want to give a shout out to is Google Slide presentations of classroom libraries and of math rooms. So my students, they have access to this in presentation mode. And the way I do that is I do file and then I do publish to the web, and then I use that embed link to put it in Canvas. And they have access to all these read alouds, and they love our virtual classroom library because it feels like a library except for it's virtual. My students also love using our math rooms. And this is the original math room that I found online that someone else created. And then I kind of adapted it for my students based on just the tools that we use in class. So this is my students' math room. Up here, these are our videos of numbers. So we have like this bulletin board, and we post things that we're working on. So like some of the students even made videos to add to our bulletin board for math.
Make one, then another. That one looks just like his brother.
So this is a math room that the kids, we continuously go back to use because it has all these different manipulatives that they wouldn't get because we're virtually learning. So I take these and I also have a page on my Canvas where I embed them right in so that the students can have access to those different rooms. So just a recap of what we just talked about in this video. Today, we looked more deeply at tools that could be used virtually that work with Canvas and Clever. We talked about Google Slides and embedding that into Canvas. We discussed virtual whiteboard, whiteboard.fi, which allows the teacher to watch what the students are drawing. We discussed Jamboard, which allows students to post on kind of a whiteboard, but more collaboratively, where they can see what others posted. We talked about AutoDraw, which can be a fun game that is also can be linked to Canvas. We talked about boom cards that can also be linked to Canvas that are really engaging interactive flashcards. And we also talked about classroom Bitmoji libraries for reading and for math, and we discussed how those can be linked to Canvas as well. So I hope this gave you some more ideas of tools that you could use virtually when by embedding and linking to Canvas and to Clever. Thanks for watching.